You're not unmotivated. You're overwhelmed. And there's a difference that's been quietly destroying your progress for years. Right now, you have 17 tabs open, 3 different fitness apps tracking goals you haven't touched in weeks, a notes app full of ideas you'll get back to, 4 different YouTube channels telling you 4 different ways to become successful. And somehow, with all of that, you've done nothing. That's not laziness. That's what happens when your brain drowns in options. In 1956, psychologist George Miller discovered something that changed how we understand the human mind. The brain can only hold about 7 pieces of information in working memory at once. 7. You're giving it 700, and then wondering why you can't focus. Barry Schwartz wrote about this in The Paradox of Choice. His research showed that more options don't make people happier or more productive. They make people paralyzed. And paralysis feels a lot like laziness from the inside. But it's not. It's your nervous system hitting a circuit breaker. Too many inputs, no clear output. System stalled. And here's the part that stings. The apps, the productivity tools, the planners, the trackers, the habit stacks, they're not solving the problem. They are the problem. Every new system you download is another exit ramp off the highway of actual work, another way to feel productive before producing anything. Research from the University of California at Irvine found that after just 1 interruption, it takes an average of 23 minutes to return to deep focus. 23 minutes. And you're interrupting yourself dozens of times a day. You're not even giving yourself a real hour of work. You're giving yourself 100 broken fragments of attention and calling it a day. Here's what's really happening when you keep adding options. You're negotiating with yourself. Every new app is a quiet promise that this time it'll be different, that the right system will finally unlock the version of you you've been waiting for. But that version of you isn't locked. They're buried under the weight of everything you refuse to let go of. Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day, not because he had no style, because he understood something most people never will. Every decision you make costs you something. Psychologists call it decision fatigue. The more choices you make throughout the day, what to eat, what to wear, which task to tackle first, the worse your decisions become as the hours pass. You are spending willpower on things that don't matter and running on empty when it's time to do the work that does. Marcus Aurelius didn't have a podcast queue. He didn't have 17 competing priorities. He had a journal, a philosophy, and an empire to run. And he wrote this: confine yourself to the present. Not the 14 goals, not the vision board. The present, the work, right now. So, here's the uncomfortable question. How many of the things filling your time are actually moving you forward? And how many of them are just sophisticated ways of avoiding the one thing you already know you need to do? You don't need more information. You don't need a better system. You need to stop adding water to an already drowning brain. Close a tab, delete an app, cancel something. Not to simplify your aesthetic, to reclaim your attention. Because your attention is the only resource that doesn't renew itself overnight. Spend it like it matters, because it does. And if this hit a little too close, good. That means you're paying attention. Now act on it.